welcome to a very special Halloween episode of Horror Movies with TNA. Wow,
yeah,
it's like the Beyond. I've got a couple of films I've watched recently. I'm going to just recommend Bring Her Back, the Philippines film. I thought that was pretty good. Equally as good as Talk to Me. Yeah, enjoyed it. Quite gruesome in places. I also watched Beast of War, which is the one that's set in the First or Second World War, where a group of soldiers battle with a great white shark, which I actually thought was okay because it wasn't really CGI, it was practical effects.
Oh, okay.
And it was okay written, and I thought it was all right. And finally, I watched Jaws 5, Cruel Jaws, which is I think it's Bruno Mattei again.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's very bad. I recommend it. So that was it. That's the horror films I've watched recently. Have you watched anything?
Dan, I don't know if I've watched any.
This is this really is what it's all about.
Well,
listen, let's park it and we can swing back around if you remember.
I don't think I've watched any other films other than the ones we watched the other night.
Oh, and we can also just quickly mention, yeah, you're absolutely right. Slaughterhouse. Yeah, it was okay, wasn't it, Slaughterhouse?
Yeah, it was a bit different. I mean, it didn't make a lot of sense, but there you go.
We watched Maniac Cop 2.
Yeah.
Which was more of an action film, really.
Yeah.
Some good stunts. And we watched VHS 94. Again, with pretty much all the VHS films, there's good segments and bad ones.
I'm trying to remember the good one in it. Remind me.
It was okay. But out of all of them, I think my recommendation is Bring Her Back. Yeah, really good. So that's it for films.
Yeah, like I say, I don't know whether I've seen any horror films recently.
What's wrong? You gone off them now?
Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
Well, apart from Halloween 5.
Yeah, Halloween. Yeah, so I suppose that's a nice segue into talking about the film we're going to talk about today on this special Halloween episode, which is, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Taglines, Michael lives, and this time they're ready. I think that must mean the town, Haddonfield. Terror has returned to Haddonfield. I'm sure that's what the tagline was for the last one, I don't know. Because obviously Halloween 4 came out in 1988, the year preceding, and Michael Myers is back with a vengeance. International titles. In Japan, it was translated as Michael's Resurrection and the Counterattack of Michael Myers, although I think that's a very literal translation. But also in Hong Kong, it was Panic Under the Moonlight 5, Michael's Counterattack, which I thought was a really great one. And an early working title of this film was Halloween 5, The Killer Inside Me, used during pre-production. So, wonderful.
I mean, they were made very close to each other, and you can tell. They're incredibly similar. That's one thing I forgot about.
It would have been good if they'd have finished the script before they started filming the film.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Director Dominic Oefening-Girard. He reportedly disliked the title, feeling it made Michael sound too aware or vengeful rather than a pure embodiment of evil, which is a big problem with this film. He also in 1991 directed Omen 4, The Awakening. I've never seen it. I'm going to assume it's absolute
it's meant
bollocks.
to be terrible.
I'll quickly go through the credits because it's kind of all the same people except for a few. Donald Pleasance obviously reprises his role as Samuel Loomis.
I shot him quite a lot of times! What? That's good.
Well, Donald, it sounded 6 times. It sounds identical to him. He appears in almost every Halloween film until 1995. Danielle Harris obviously comes back as Jamie Lloyd. She's the kind of final girl. She's mute during half of this film due to the trauma from part 4. She was 12 at the time of filming this. Ellie Cornell plays Rachel Carruthers, which is Jamie's foster sister. Bo-star as Sheriff Ben Meeker. Wendy Kaplan as Tina Williams, who's the party girl in it.
You think she's going to get killed straight away because she's that fucking annoying.
Don Shanks plays Michael Myers. Also a stunt performer. Don Shanks brought a more fluid movement than previous Michaels.
Who says that, fucker?
It is what I read. He seemed like a lumbering oaf, just like the previous film. Mitchell Ryan, I only mention this because it's in the thing, because we'll talk about this later on. The Man in Black, mysterious antagonist who manipulates events behind the scenes.
No, he doesn't. He appears twice before the fucking end. Utter load of shit.
Nick Corrado and Tom Farrer play the dipstick deputy police officers that are the comedy relief in the film, as if it needs any.
Because I don't know what the film was thinking.
Alan Howarth returns for his synth-heavy score.
Yeah, well, how to fuck up a relatively... Well, no, a brilliant original score.
Oh, yeah.
But it's nuts what he does with it. It's like, tell you what, take the theme and then...
They've managed to take a classic. Yeah, this isn't my review of the film, by the way. They managed to take a classic score and make a hash of it.
There's a bit where it's meant to be tense, but there's like a sexy saxophone comes in for about 2 or 3 seconds.
Sinister sax. Actually, right at the end, during the credit roll, it kind of reverts back to the original almost, and it's the best bit of music in the film. The credit, oh my God. And this is the thing as well.
Yeah.
No, I thought there's kind of like a slash.
Yeah.
And then there's naff red Halloween writing. Then as the credits roll, we get somebody carving a pumpkin.
Yeah, it goes shh, shh, shh,
Yeah.
shh. And then it cuts in with the actual Halloween music right at the end of the credits.
Yeah, it's another variation of the theme music. I did think immediately back to how good the opening credits are for Halloween 4, which is definitely a high point of the previous film.
Yeah, it sets a mood in that over the town and that, and just quiet, isn't it?
I thought this opening sequence, from all the Halloween films I can remember, and some of them fade into memory.
I don't remember the sixth one at all.
I think this is definitely one of the worst, I think. For the first 3 or 4 minutes, essentially the film starts with replaying the ending of Halloween 4, showing Michael being shot and falling into a mine shaft. The posse throw in dynamite.
Did that end up in the end of the fourth one?
I think because at the end, that is it. They've thrown the dynamite in and we get an explosion. We immediately learn this is set a false death, because then we see that Michael's been able to escape. He's crawled from the shaft, floats down a river and gravely injured, and he's rescued by a local hermit living in a riverside shack.
Oh, yeah. When he crawls into the water and goes along, they've given him some kind of... Well, either that or it's cleaned the mask, because it's bright... Well, it's bright white in this one for some reason.
Yes.
The mask is absolute dog shit in this one. In the fourth one, it wasn't great, but this one... Also, the way he wears the mask, it's almost like he puts it like a bloody... hoodie. It's like it goes all the way down to his bloody chest.
To his navel.
Thing. I don't know what they were thinking.
Why didn't they just...
It's like I've got a big pointy nose. It's like a... Anyway, it's bright white, and when it's floating down the water, it's quite amusing. It's shit.
I mean, why they felt the need, but again, this is probably going to be a criticism I'm going to level at the film throughout. Why they felt the need to even show what... I have never in any of these films wondered... I wonder how Michael survives. I don't really need them to show me.
He just has to reappear, doesn't he?
Well, yeah, he just has to reappear.
But again, the hermit bit as well. Like, you found this masked, big white-faced twat, float up, falls down, and then...
starts to strangle him and then collapses.
Yeah, and then the bloke goes, oh... And then looks after him for a year.
365 days.
Yeah, for the next Halloween. So he's just been lying there and he goes, well, I probably should get rid of this body or something because he hasn't moved for a year.
When he was floating down the river, it reminded me of Vincent Price in Theatre of Blood when he got washed up on the bank of the Thames. But with that, I wanted to know what had happened to him. With this, I did not fucking need to. Nurses him for 1 year until the following Halloween. Wow. Michael awakens violently and kills the hermit and dons his mask again. There you go.
And then it sort of has another mini recap, doesn't it, of Jamie, where she has flashbacks because she's mute.
It cuts to Jamie Lloyd in Haddonfield's children's clinic. She's now mute, suffering trauma after stabbing her foster mother, and we see that bit at the end of the fourth one, which was, again, not a bad bit in the fourth film. It was a highlight of the fourth film. She experiences some kind of seizures whenever Michael kills. She's got this kind of psychic link with him. Loomis believes her visions are linked to Michael's survival.
Yeah, he turns up immediately in the clinic.
He's just hanging around everywhere. He's fucking hanging around everywhere.
Yeah, it's a bit suspect. He's just shouting at a young girl.
He's in her face. He's in her face now.
In this clinic as well.
Jamie, please, he says, all the time in the face.
But he's in this clinic all the time, and it's only towards the end the nurse goes, "Can you get out of here?"
She's still hooked up to a fucking dream machine. That's 12 months of being monitored. We get a lot of Jamie during the first half of the film, still mute. I mean, she's absolutely fine. I'm not criticising her, but she does a lot of anguished gurning at the camera, quite close up as well. They have a lot of shots where she's very close to them.
Right. The camera work in this, it's very handheld, and the cuts are really choppy. And it's the opposite. Like I say, the whole idea in the Halloween was he was like, I don't know, was it the first horror film to use a steady cam? Maybe, because then The Shining used it later on, so that's after, isn't it? Anyway, but the whole idea is really smooth, slow movements, not many cuts. This is just chopped to full. I don't think it's because it was cut for violence, necessarily. I think it's just the way he edited the fuck out of it. There's bits where there's lightning going off, but then there's like cuts around it and there's cameras shaking around, and you're going, yeah, I get the fucking idea. This is meant to be hectic, but it's inducing a fucking seizure in me. Just chill.
Just relax. So Jamie's in the clinic, and as you say, this is when Loomis rocks up as well, and he's batshit crazy in this film, I'll tell you. He's probably the worst he's been in any of them. He gets involved in everything. He turns up everywhere.
Bless him, Donald Pleasant. I don't know what he's like in the sixth one. In the fourth one, at least he seemed to be a bit trying. In this one, it really feels like he just is a bit tired.
I think it's...
Apart from shouting, it's apart from a bit of shouting and what he does right at the end, which is hilarious. But he does seem a bit, it's a bit paycheck and I'm going home.
Tell me what you know, Jamie, please. Very high pitched. Rachel visits Jamie, and then we meet also Tina, who's the carefree girl, just want to have fun kind of character. And we also meet dog Max, who's a dog that just wants to bark a fucking lot kind of character. Bobby doo ba da boo ba ba doo ba da doo. Loomis turns up again after that. He's everywhere. And there's a rock through the window as well with a message on it saying the evil child must die. Never mentioned again or built on. So obviously
that could have been about the town. Well, it wouldn't have been Michael going, oi.
No, it's the townspeople feeling angry with Jamie after
It would have been good if Michael was just standing there like that going,
yeah,
hey.
sticking his thumb up outside the window. Yeah, back at home with Rachel, again with her dog Max, and she's been watched by Myers all the time. Michael, he stood kind of not really hidden in broad daylight.
I know this again.
All the time.
He was doing that in the first one where it was daylight, except for the ending, obviously.
But there was nobody else around.
No, that was the thing.
These are on busy streets.
Yeah, the worst bit is where Mikey's pissing about with his car. But it's just a whole scene, and then it pulls back, and he's been standing there from the beginning to the end of it, and you go, well, it doesn't do fuck all, really. Well, he does later on, but it's, like you say, the street's quite packed. Someone would just tap him on the shoulder and go, what are you doing, mate?
What are you doing there, you fucking idiot? There's a bit as well, at one point, we can hear Rachel talking to Loomis on the phone, and she yelps. I think it's a little device that's meant to trick us into thinking she's in trouble, but it's kind of ignored. Because when it goes back to Rachel, it doesn't play on it. It doesn't elaborate. It just it's meant to.
I
be
missed
like
that
a jump
probably because
bit.
Right, was it?
Fucking pointless. Rachel reports Max the dog is missing, and we get some comedy. Here we go. Laurel and Hardy music that accompanies the hapless cops that turn up.
It's weird. It's not that they're that comical.
Oh no, they're
except for later on, maybe when they nearly shoot someone, but. The music, I just went, well, it's not even a music, it's like a honk and a whistle. It goes,
yeah.
Alan, were you on drugs when you did that bit? Or did you have nothing to do with that bit?
Just-
Weird.
Yeah, I can't explain it. It was so obviously out of place. And, I mean, these cops are not in it that much anyway. It just doesn't make any sense.
No,
And
they appear again at the end and say something that's fucking vaguely comical. But
you see,
that's
this is where I don't mind the story not making sense. But when the people making the film you kind of can't work out why they've done it. That bit, I don't get.
With this, it does feel like they didn't have a script or were making it up as went along.
No, they didn't have a Scooby-Doo. And it's very clear that the film wasn't a finished article by the time they started making it. So anyway, the dog went missing, so she, Rachel phones the cops. That's when they turn up, but Max is okay. And then we've got bits where we're following Rachel round the house with Michael watching her in the bushes. And then in the house, there's one bit where Michael's allegedly in the wardrobe watching her, although there's no possible way he can be in the wardrobe, but that doesn't matter. That isn't possible, but who gives a shit? And why has also... There's in some scenes where Rachel's there and Michael's stood behind her. Why does he insist on not fucking killing her there and then? He stands behind her in an empty house and then walks off to try and pick her off later. That's a bit odd.
I mean, he was doing some of that in the first one.
But
he then killed him about 10 minutes later.
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't go, I'll have a bit of a perv. But, yeah, he's just hovering around and he watches her have a shower and then goes, right, I'll leave then. Come back later. Come back later, Rachel. I'll check you later.
I'll check in with you later. Anyway, I suppose there's a novel twist in the fact that they then kill Rachel off. Her kill is...
It's almost like that's cut.
And I think the girl that's playing Rachel asked for it to be toned down because
Michael
kind of stabs her on the shoulder. It's
It's
almost like under the arm. It doesn't even look like he's properly stabbed her.
But then it just cuts. It cuts away, so you don't know, is she dead then?
Well, we know later on, but I almost thought, she'll rock up later and probably save Jamie because it's not explained and it seemed like she'd just be injured. But, very ineffective kill.
Yes, it's terrible.
Loomis warns Sheriff Meeker that Mike's out and about and he does his normal, you've never looked into his eyes or nothing like that. He's an unstoppable fucker.
I think he mentioned something about shooting him.
I shot him 6 times or something. And then at one point, the deputy comes in and says, Sheriff, they want you down at the cemetery. That's never explained. I wonder what happened at the cemetery.
I know, but again, I was thinking, is that because they've found Rachel because she got killed because they cut that so quick? Because again, you see her die, no one mentions it again. Tina goes round, has a wander around, can't find her, but goes, well, I'll have a doss here anyway. And then fucks off. What the fucking hell's that all about?
Yeah, she makes herself at home and then she isn't at all concerned when Rachel's just not there and she's disappeared and the dog's
doesn't mention her again. Pretty much the same with Mikey later on as well.
Oh, well.
It does have a feeling that this wasn't finished.
And still hasn't been.
No, that's what I mean.
Tina can't find Rachel. She's dead in brackets. We get a bit of first-person heavy breathing from Mike. Samantha, Tina's friend, arrives. Tina forgets all about Rachel as the girls start planning for the Halloween party. In fact, as they discuss stuff at a park, we can see Michael in the trees dogging or something.
Well, no, he's
on a busy intersection.
I know, he's sort of standing there. And rather than, because in the first one, he didn't have a knife. In this one, you can fully see he's got a massive bread knife in his hand.
Yes,
you can see it.
Yeah, he's hanging around the municipal park with a big knife in his hand in a pair of overalls. I mean, for fuck's sake. So we've got Tina and we've got Samantha, and then we also meet their respective boyfriends. Mike, who's Tina's boyfriend.
Mikey.
Mike.
He loves his car.
Oh, he loves his Trans Am Mustang.
I've just put dickhead. And but in brackets, cool.
He's a cool teddy boy dickhead. And we've got Spitz. We've got a scene now where Jamie sees Michael and he's upset and he's chased by him around the clinic. devoid of any tension, and then a janitor and a nurse find her. She goes down into the basement.
Yeah. This is where I properly got annoyed more than I thought with the film, almost. It's not... I just put camera work, shaking, lots of cuts, opposite of the Steadicam work in the first. But it was just so laboured in terms of what it was trying to do, to make go, oh, he's panicky. And, you know, when you go, if anything, I can't tell what the fuck's going off.
Yeah, it was done subtly.
Yes, this absolutely fucking isn't.
And this is the opposite of subtle.
Yeah.
Bus arrives and a stranger in cowboy boots arrives in town. Let's just park that for fucking ever.
I don't know what they were thinking with this.
Try and explain what they were thinking. Don't. Loomis goes back to the old house and starts saying things like, "Have you come home, Michael? I know what you want from me." So he's talking dirty to Myers. Loomis.
He fucking doesn't. And later on...
Oh, Loomis.
Donald must have been going, oh, fuck me. I said some stupid stuff in the first one. The evil is gone.
Mate, I'm going to do it again. My voice was great.
Do the evil is gone then.
Have you come home, Michael? Jamie, please.
No, hang on. This is what he said. Right. Jamie, please.
That's
great.
That was...
Right, Jamie, please. Well, how'd you do it then?
Right, Jamie, please.
You're just doing a posh voice. It's not fucking any good, is it? Right, Jamie, please.
Oh, I say.
Oh, Mr. Porter.
Tina and Sam on a busy street with Michael watching him from the bushes. Mikey, Tina's boyfriend, pulls up at the back of the store, I'm assuming to take some cheap hooch to the party. He loves his car. That's the store where Spitz works as well, so I think they're doing a deal. He loves his car, and then he's really angry, and Michael scrapes it, and he gets the rake in the top of his head.
Yeah, sort of bounces off, so it's properly twatted. That's the only good kill in the entire film.
Yes, it is. Oh, I hated this bit. He then steals Mike's car and dons an old man mask in the back. Was in the back of the car.
Yeah, it's not... Well, I think it's quite a good mask, actually. It's better than the fucking white one they gave him in this bastard, though,
yeah,
isn't it?
but...
It's like a big Bilbris.
But then there's an excuse for us to see lots of...
Oh, no, the bit where he's got Tina in the car.
Yeah.
There's no tension or anything. You're just bewildered about... What's Mike doing now, then?
Because
it's just giving her a lift round to fucking place.
Yeah, he ends up being a taxi for her, and he ends up spending a lot of time kind of staring at her with his eyes.
Yeah, it's...
Bring back Shatner. Bring back Shatner. Bring back Shatner.
Having said that, I thought it was quite a funny mask. The bit where he does sort of do his eyes towards her, I thought, now if he suddenly did something, that'd be great. Unfortunately, fuck all happens. Except he takes her to get some cigarettes.
Just before we get that bit where she's driving around with Michael, Jamie suffers another psychic episode and she starts sketching symbols that connect to Michael's rage. And Loomis recognises that could be some kind of warning.
I might lost the plot at that point.
Yeah. So anyway, he drives over to Tina in the mask to pick her up. And again, because he knew that Tina was waiting to be picked up, he must have overheard it or something, because he drives straight round to pick her up in the same way Mikey was. Did he overhear them talking again?
No, I thought it was something to do with Loomis being with Jamie. How did Loomis get in the fucking clinic? Which is, I mean, unless he's a patient, that would make sense.
Yeah, but he's a psychiatrist. He's a doctor of psychology.
But he carries a gun and he's nuts.
Yes, he's been associated with over 37 kills. She just keep calling him Mike, which I thought was all right, actually, because she thinks it's Mike, not Mike. I don't understand that. Meanwhile, Jamie continues to have psychic connection to sense Michael is up to no good, so she has an episode. During her psychic episode, she tries to mime where Michael is at. The store, the big cookie titty store.
Well, I put, is this fucking charades? Cookie woman. And I just put, shut it, Tina. fucks off.
Well, he drops her off to get cigarettes.
Oh, yeah, because he's nice like that.
And then, because they've all told the police, go to the gas station, that's where Tina is, because Jamie's had this connection. She knows Michael's after her. So when she goes and gets some cigarettes, all the sheriffs turn up, and Michael, who's parked outside, then goes, fuck this, legs it.
At first, this is a bit, again, you think he's going to speed past and then kill her. But instead he speeds past, puts the brakes on and goes, all right. Like a proper boyfriend going, all right, I'm reversing up. Hurry up and get him.
He could have just killed her again. He could have killed her.
I know, again. It's building tension.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It was making me tense.
But then then Tina rejoins Jamie and Jamie suddenly goes, Tina! And she goes, oh, say that again. And 30 seconds later, Jamie's cured of a muteness and can have a full conversation.
What was I didn't really understand. And if you say, I'm not explaining it to you because it's shit, I'm fine with that. What broke that connection? So, yeah, Jamie can talk now. And Tina, Sam and Spitz head to the Tower Farm party. It looks like a crazy party. At one point, Spitz and Sam and Tina play a trick on those goon cops.
Oh, yeah, they're back again, those two comical... No comical music this time, unfortunately.
Spitz is fully dressed as Myers in an effort to get a bullet in his fucking head. And
well,
he
yeah.
really does.
And luckily the cops who are aiming at him are about to shoot him, because he carries on quite a bit, where he's got a big knife above his... is it Tina or his girlfriend? I forget.
I think he must be doing it to Samantha.
But then he goes, and the cops say, fortunately, we're lousy cops.
Yes.
And then he should have gone, wee.
Yeah, there's no comic relief.
No.
There is. That's a shame.
Underneath, I put, dear God.
I mean, after enduring about 20 minutes of Spitz, I was willing them to put a bullet in his forehead, but they never did.
That would have been ace.
Yeah.
Similar to like in Halloween 2, where that bloke wearing the thing gets
hit.
Yeah.
Is the driver
so, yeah. So if they would
car?
absolutely shot him, and then he goes, and you go, oh no.
And then in Halloween Kills, where the innocent guy jumps out the window, you've got innocence and evil.
Anyway, fucking load of shit.
We now join Sam and Spitz getting sexy in the barn. Spitz keeps scaring Sam, and I'm thinking, yeah, okay.
Oh, it was a mock kill.
Yeah.
Which I did think was going to be the actual one, actually. I thought, oh, get on with it, because it's build-up's
because again, he's dressed as Michael, and he comes
and starts
in,
stabbing, and she's screaming, and you go, oh, right, it's just doing that same stick from earlier on again.
And then Spitz gets impaled by the real Michael with a Friday the 13th kind of pitchfork kill.
Yeah, but it's like, well, they're going at it. It's quite graphic.
What, sexy time?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But you think they're both going to get impaled, but he's on his thrust stroke, so he's pulled back a bit. So luckily she doesn't immediately get killed.
Again, the pitchfork bit's fine. The Sam kill is with a scythe, and that's off screen with a splash of blood. That's rubbish.
What I would say is the bit I did like of this. So Spitz has a pitchfork in it to protect herself. She pulls this pitchfork out of her boyfriend.
Yes.
And tries to kill. And I thought that was quite good, because normally the women are going, oh, I don't know what to do, I'll just run off. She gets a weapon that's still in their boyfriend. She's being
resourceful.
Yeah, I mean, it's for shit, because all she does is poke it slightly into his hand.
Yeah, unfortunately, she doesn't make a very good job of it, and she's instantly dispatched. Then Michael goes out of the barn and kills the two comedic cops. Tina goes into the barn then and finds Sam and Spitz, and they roll on top of her. They are dead. Yeah. They're all dead. This is over an hour of this now. Tina discovers the bodies and flees. Michael tries to run her over and then chases Jamie in the car. I did think that this kind of tracking shot as the car chased her across the field was okay, actually.
This is the one bit I remember of the entire film. So I've seen this before many years ago, and I do remember thinking, oh, this bit is quite good, because even though it's weird that Michael Myers is in a car rather than using a knife, but fair enough. Be honest, because the other kills have been pretty terrible. But it's a bit atmospheric, it's foggy. I mean, it is a bit perilous because it's a very young girl.
It's a kind of a tracking shot, but from a diagonal angle across her and the car as it kind of speeds towards
it's really her running with a car not far behind her. And it's being slowed down again by lots of fir trees, so it does make sense that it's not absolutely hammering it. And it goes through a forest, so it's quite good. Even though he's not going that fast, absolutely ploughing into a tree and exploding the car.
Yeah, Michael then gets out the car, inevitably, and Tina she sacrifices herself to save Jamie, and Michael stabs her in another lukewarm kill. Yeah, nothing to really report there.
Yeah, you don't see anything really. And then immediately after, so Tina killed herself for no real reason to save Jamie because Loomis turns up almost 10 seconds later.
Of course, Loomis is there hovering around like a shadow.
Yeah.
Loomis then... Loomis concocts a plan using Jamie, using Jamie as bait for the psychopath.
Jamie's seen pretty much everyone she's loved and all her friends and Rachel and Tina die. And then Loomis, ever the caring person, goes, "Now you're willing to help me!"
Yeah. Using the young child Jamie to lure the psychopath, which everyone agrees is a fab idea. Two thumbs up.
All the police are involved as well. So it's not just him. They go, I tell you what, let's get these young kids. We won't dress someone up or whatever. Get the young kid in a window, sitting here, and I'll have a fairly useless twat with a shotgun hovering around.
What they say is all the sheriffs and the deputies say, look, we'll protect you. I mean, we're 5 films in. There's been about 47 police dead thus far.
And also,
we'll do it.
This bit is almost a replica of the fucking 4th one.
Yeah,
as well.
This is when they're kind of protecting her.
And then when the drive off is almost a replica of the fucking 4th. Because they drive off for what reason? Remind me.
They get called elsewhere so that then there's just... Yeah, so...
Back at the clinic or something, yeah.
Yes. So Jamie has one of the deputies standing by in the room with... Oh, yeah, there's another cop that gets it over the radio and he makes a fucking whole lot of noise. I don't know what they're doing to him on the other end of the radio. He's shrieking and howling. Anyway, Loomis confronts Michael and gets slashed for his trouble.
What a terrible fucking scene, this. Can I talk about the Loomis conversation with Michael? Obviously it's very one-sided. Michael's in the background doing his hovering, but not in a scary way. Doesn't move, and then... So Loomis has to wander over and go, all right, so how are we going to sort this shit, mate? It must go on for about 5 minutes. And then he goes, I know she can take away your pain. Or some such shit. Let me help you. For a millisecond, it calms down. And this bit was quite funny. Michael, he gets slashed. He gets his head through a window and then thrown over a banister, which kind of made me laugh, actually, after that terrible bit where he goes, she can take away your pain. Oh, let me think about that. Hang on a sec. Fuck off.
And also the sheriff's deputy's a terrible fucking shot. And then the deputy tries to carry Jamie out the window, which is both frustrating and fucking pointless. Myers hangs the deputy out of a window in the end. And then we watch as Jamie evades Michael for a while, hiding in various places. This seems to go on for ages as well. Like the laundry chute.
Yeah, the laundry... I tell you what, that wasn't too bad, I thought, the laundry chute bit. Because, obviously, there was a bit of... Which I didn't understand at the time. You know, when Loomis is going, oh, you're here, whatever. This is your home. I love you, chica chops. Anyway, but for some reason, there's a dead thing in the basement.
A possum.
And he locks the chute then. And you go, why are you doing that?
Yeah, to stop any more possums falling out. Yeah, there's a bit of light relief where Loomis is laughing to himself.
But then it's so obvious that you go, so he locks that and you go, right. And then when it does it later on and she can't get out and he's trying to open it, you go, oh, right.
You realise how clever the film is.
What a great callback to a bit of foreshadowing from earlier on. I thought that bit was all right. Again, she was in a bit of peril.
Yeah, I mean... There is a bit of tension because he almost manages to grab her, but then she heads up into the attic where she finds the bodies of Rachel, Mikey and Max, because again, Michael has taken great effort to carry all the bodies into the attic.
That bit it was fairly creepy because there's a coffin there as well. And the next bit though, that's where he does all of his stowing of bodies. And then Jamie lies down in what looks like a coffin. Yeah. And
Michael approaches her and she says, Uncle? Boogeyman? That's going to be my tag if ever I enter a dance comp. Uncle Boogeyman. Michael has a little cry. Let's look.
Oh, she says take off the mask or something.
Which he does. And then
he has a cry. Well, a close.
Here.
I mean, he's been on fire, so he's done well. Well, he had both of his eyes shot out as well. Let's not get into that. Yeah, it has a bit, and she's about to touch him and wipe it away. And he goes, oh, fucking hell, what was I thinking? Anyway, let me get around to killing you again.
Yeah, anyway, you've distracted me. Now I'm going to kill you.
A bit like the Loomis conversation goes, he listens and goes, yeah, I hear what you're saying. It's a bit like being at work. I hear what you're saying, but fuck you.
I'm going to kill you anyway. It's exactly like work.
Yeah.
I mean, that bit is incredibly shit. Okay, the coffin and everything collapses, so when he's stabbing down on her, she manages to scuttle away. She escapes. She eludes the psychopathic Michael. Anyway, Loomis has rigged a chain net to fall, capturing him. Then he shoots Michael with a tranquilizer dart.
Loads of times.
And proceeds to batter him
Well, this
about
is a
the
bit.
head.
You think, oh, so he'll go down, and I get what you're doing. You can't kill him.
He'll
so
go
you
down.
Oh! He goes, right, I've set all this up really well. I've got this metal heavy chain net.
Tranquilizer gun. Tranquilizers. Now I'm going to beat him to death with a bit of...
A bit of 2x4 that I'll just pull off a window.
Then he gives him a big kiss and a cuddle. Die, Michael, die!
Yeah. Well, no, just, at one point he goes, die, 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 die. That'll be my ringtone as well. Dog shit. But he was meant to die, wasn't he? Because the idea is he goes, sort of grabs his chest and falls on him to have a kiss and a cuddle. And I think the idea was, but you never see it, but that he's passed away. That Loomis dies in it. Because I think he said, as you probably can tell from the entire film, I've had enough of this shit. Die, Michael, die! When do we get paid? Die!
Die, Loomis, die!
So I believe he was meant to die, and that's why he looked like he was dead on top of Michael.
Now we've got
triumphing him.
Now we've got a epilogue. They lock him in a cell at the local county jail. It sounds like a song. Where he will rot for a while. Well, he will rot for 2 minutes. The stranger with the cowboy boots that we saw earlier. Stranger turns up, shoots everyone, and lets Michael out. This isn't shown, explained, or worth mentioning. Music at this point kicks in, which is relief.
Well, then, yeah, Jamie wanders in from the car, though, because the police officer says, don't follow me in, stay here. And Jamie, about a millisecond later, goes, well, I can hear a lot of screaming and gunshots. I better have a look because I'm a 12-year-old kid. Let's have a look. Oh, and then she goes, no. Music
She's
in.
got a very... Say that, do that again. That's Jamie. No. She's been on the Woodbines.
Weak as fuck ending.
Right, quickly, some cuts. The film's original shooting included a much more graphic scene where the SWAT team is massacred at the hospital clinic. This was largely excised in post-production to avoid the X rating. An alternate opening was filmed instead of the hermit living in a shack.
Yeah.
It featured a younger occultist identified as Dr. Death performing a ritual to resurrect Michael Myers. That footage was cut for the theatrical version. Some gore close-ups of violence and blood effects were trimmed. For example, a shot of glass embedded in an officer's face and the stabbing, as you've already mentioned it, of Jamie's leg in the laundry chute. That is the cuts. Very quickly, this was the lowest grossing of the franchise.
Did 6 make more than this then?
This is what it said in interesting facts. I debate the interesting bit. But unlike the previous films, Michael Myers was shown with black hair. In most other entries, his hair is a lighter shade. That's boring. The film went into production before the script was fully polished.
Yeah.
Polished?
I mean, well, again, you can roll it in glitter, but...
Rachel Carruthers was to be killed by having scissors plunged into her throat. Ellie Cornell, the actress, thought that was too extreme and the death was reworked to a chest stab. Donald Pleasance insisted on keeping the attic chase more suspenseful than gory. There you go, that's the facts. Good old Donald. Do you want me
Yeah.
to review it first?
Go on with it.
I'm probably going to end up repeating my review for Halloween 4 with this because it shares a lot of the same faults.
Yeah.
The damage that was started by the fourth film continues with this one. As I said with the fourth film, for all the positives of the first two, these two are polar opposites, which is kind of what you said. No tension, no memorable kills, no atmosphere. I tell you one thing, why not make it darker? I mean, even when he went back to the Myers house, it seemed like it was mid-afternoon. Just by making it darker so that there was a bit of contrast between his mask. I don't know if it's the 80s and everything has to be kind of light and shiny, but just making it darker might have helped slightly. In fact, having some of the scenes at night rather than the daytime would have helped this film quite a lot, I think. They need to fill in gaps by explaining things, like Michael's survival and to make him human, to make him cry, to make him feel. Again, he's meant to be pure fucking evil. I said this in the fourth one. Whole black heart. And I'm sorry, I do love Donald, but in this film, his unhinged behaviour reaches new heights. It does start to grate and affect the film negatively. Probably for the first time, I thought. The fourth one was fine. This one, it was too much.
It was just angry all the time, wasn't he, in this one?
Yeah.
And it doesn't work when he's working with child actors, really. I just felt a bit sorry for the kids.
Yes. So if my memory serves me, I think we said about 4 that we liked the start, the opening, and we liked the ending, but the middle not so much. So a shit sandwich. I'm not sure Halloween 5 even has that. Yeah, I think this is probably a classic example of shit sandwich without the bread. I give it 3 or 5. 3 or 3.5. I think I'm being generous. I'm thinking now when I'm talking about it, it should even be like 2, but I've given it like a 3. The only thing I will say is I'm hoping when someone brings him back, and they will, Halloween Ends, that was a particular low point as well. I hope they give Uncle Boogeyman a bit of love because he needs it. Yes, that's it. And I did think as well, I think Friday the 13th, thinking about Friday the 13th, and I just thought, do you know what? Across the whole thing, I don't know whether they're a better standard of film throughout if you average them. Anyway, that's mine. I've done.
I probably had, I've been moaning all the way through. I know I do that normally, but in this one particularly, as I always say, I'm a massive fan of the first one. It's one of my favourite films, never mind horror films of all time. So, yeah. I think the directing of this just was crap. It really was incredibly choppy and shaky. And it's a Halloween film. I guess you're putting your own bloody brand on it, but it just felt cheap and a bit crappy. And we've seen better cheapy slashers that have tension, but none of the dialogue or nice and none of the explaining. And you could tell it just didn't feel finished. It still doesn't feel finished now, and I don't know what they could do. If there's a director's cut like they've got, producer's cut like they've got for the 6th one, maybe, but that's meant to still be shit.
CGI. Pump CGI all over it.
It's got a poor story, not very good directing, and the worst thing you can do with Halloween, at least you could pull it out of some of the dog shit with the music. The music in this actually makes it worse in a way. Even the themes, when they kick in, you go, okay, but... So, yeah, like I say, with the 4th one, the music kicks in, a quite good version, and it's after the good titles at the beginning. So I was going, oh, that's good. Oh, there's no music at the beginning, but now it kicks in, brill. Here it just sporadically did it. It just felt like they'd thrown a load of ideas that were shit into a washing machine and put it on shit cycle. 3 out of 10. I tend to agree. And I thought, now I'm thinking back to it, maybe I overdid it with a 3.
On the comedy cops.
Fucking hell. It's nuts, that bit. I had to rewind and went, have I just made that noise up in my head? Wait, what?
No, you did not. It's pure.
Some people like the Thorn trilogy, as it's called, isn't it? Where 4, 5, and 6. Although 4 doesn't mention it at all, so really it's 5 and 6.
Which has got Paul Rudd in it, so we'll be doing that one next year, hopefully. So there you go.
Well, I do want to understand what the fuck they do next, but I've heard the 6th one's meant to be the worst. Well, it isn't out of all of them. Let's put it that way, but it's meant to be fairly shit.
Yeah.
Two cuts of it as well, so we might have to watch them both.
We want to understand what they were thinking. Yeah, that's Halloween 5.
Yeah, I mean, you weren't keen on watching this, but I forced you because I said we watched 4, and we'll now have to watch 6.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. There was plenty to talk about. I mean, that's the good fun of it. And that was our Halloween episode. And check out our next episode as well, where we'll be talking about Burial Ground. So that's something. Nights of Terror. Check it out. And yeah, have a happy... Is it Happy Halloween?
Yeah, I think. You don't say merry, do you?
No, Spooky Halloween. Yeah. So
I do my noises again.
Is that meant to be Donald again? Jamie, please!
That's perfect.
I love Loomis. They could do a CGI Loomis in...
Didn't they do that in the remakes? Not remakes, reboots or whatever.
Did they? Oh, they might have done, yeah.
Oh, no, they didn't. They used a bloke that would look quite like him, but then they got someone else to overdub his voice. It's quite good, I thought, in the second one. Because he does
Halloween Kills?
Yeah, he's at the beginning. Oh. He has that bit at the beginning where it goes all the way back straight after between the first and the second one.
Did they kill him off? I can't remember that film.
Anyway, I know you don't like that.
Yeah, as we debate this,
we'll carry on for another 5 hours on this bollocks.
Thank you very much for listening. Bye all.
Ciao.